And we're looking at a generation of teens who will be wearing hearing aids pretty early.
Well, do you think your kids are tuning you out or ignoring what you're saying? There's a good chance they simply just can't hear you. A new study shows 1 in every 5 teens now has hearing loss. Can you believe it? Tonight, Fox 23's Emily Sinovic joins us to explain why many are pointing the finger at MP3 players as well as those iPods. Emily?
Yeah, Shara, many of us have those, so you know what you're talking about, the loud sound in your ear. Hearing loss in teens has gone up by about 30%. And the type of hearing loss, that's what's important. The type that's become most common is that noise-induced hearing loss, making doctors take note, trying to educate parents that it's a bigger problem than you may realize.
This is the little testing room.
This is where Dr. Jackie Scholl has seen more and more children and teens with this kind of test result. It's called an audiogram. Now, the complicated explanation for this type of graph can really be boiled down to bad news.
This is a typical pattern that we see with people who've been exposed to too much noise.
It's called noise-induced hearing loss, and Dr. Scholl says while MP3 players aren't the only things to blame, it's really a big part of the reason she's seen children younger and younger with hearing loss and seen more and more parents who have no idea.
I will tell you that I am stunned at how many children we find with hearing loss. With noise-induced hearing loss. We recently had a mom who began crying. She said, I would have never bought that.
Because once the hearing loss happens, it's permanent.
It doesn't come back. If anything, it's going to get progressively worse. And we're looking at a generation of teens who will be wearing hearing aids pretty early.
Scholl says parents don't realize how fragile children's ears are. With smaller ear canals, any sound is much more damaging.
If you have an adult canal and the sound comes in, it gets pressed on like a flat shoe. As you get smaller with a child, it's like you're really hitting it more with a spike heel.
Scholl hopes with more education, parents and their children will be more careful.
Okay, so coming up tonight at 10, some very easy things you can do to make sure that those iPods and MP3 players are perfectly safe, because they can be for your kids and yourself. Share.
All right, thank you, Emily. And to find out more about Dr. Scholl's Center for Communication Disorders, you can go to our website at fox23.com. Just make sure that you click on the Fox box.